So today is Michelle's last day at the office and she's invited me for lunch and I finally get to meet her boss. This is the first time I'm meeting her boss and she's had this job for like 2 years. And so I want to make sure that I make a good impression. And so if you want to make a good impression on somebody, then you got to make sure you have some respectable facial hair. So let's, yeah, just like this. Here we go. Yes. Aha. Michelle will be very impressed. All right, it's 11:28 and lunch is at 12 and I need to pick up food on the way, so we better get going. Hello, Dora. What are you doing? This cat always wants attention, but then when you give it to her, she doesn't want it. That reminds me, I came across a crazy video last night of someone that had set up buttons for their cat so that the cat could communicate. Like if it was hungry, it pushed a button and the button would say hungry, or if it was mad, they had a button for mad. I'm going to show you guys that later, but right now, I need to get out of the house. Alexa wasn't kidding. It is definitely 55 degrees out here. So Michelle packed her lunch this morning because she didn't want to buy lunch, and everyone else is ordering something from Panera Bread, and I don't really like Panera Bread that much, so I need to choose a food, and I think I'm just gonna go for the lunch deal at Little Caesars. It's like $5 plus tax, of course, and you get 4 slices of deep dish pizza and a drink, and that seems reasonable. Although it's kind of crazy because yesterday I was just talking about how I need to stop eating breakfast and lunch and be really strict with myself. And it's like every time you have a really good intention, they just dangle lunch in front of your face, and in an instance like this, I'm going to eat, and that's a rule that Michelle and I both agreed on. Like, if you have a reason, like a social reason to go eat, like a celebration or anything like that, just do it. But don't just willy-nilly go drive and pick up food and eat it when it isn't part of some big social thing. Now, I guess you could push that a little further, and take 10 miles instead of 1 mile, and you could start going to lunch with everybody every day. But that would be a whole new problem, and I guess if that happens, I'll just I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I love the fact that this Little Caesars has a drive-through. It's so cool.
Plates or napkins?
No, I'm good. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
You too. See ya. Check it out, though. Oh yeah, that looks really good. It's not burnt, nice and greasy. Oh, gross. So random deep thought for a Thursday, but I realized that I don't really ever seem to hang out with anybody, and I'm making these videos and like I'm making these videos, and it's like, is anyone gonna watch them? I don't know. And if I shared them with people, would they watch them? I have no idea. They're long videos, and they're just about my life. And I don't know if my life is exciting or boring, but I know that, I have friends, but I don't really hang out with people. And I don't know if that's on me or them. Many a way, I see other people hanging out together. And I just don't know what to take from it, Like, it's almost like silence is something that lets your head run wild. I don't know if they're better than me, or if I'm better than them, or if it's neither of those things. Maybe it's just this time in my life where people have a really hard time getting together, and maybe I just haven't found like the right community of people. Like, my interests are a little bizarre. So maybe I need to work harder with that, But I guess it doesn't really bother me that much. Only, besides the fact that it can make me feel like there's something wrong with me. And I guess that's a little deep for this video. But it's something I think about every now and then. I don't know though. I don't really have an answer. I guess I don't even really have a question. with Michelle's team at work went real well. Everyone was super friendly, and that actually happened a few hours ago now. It's now 4 o'clock, and I suddenly realized that I don't have the groceries for the food that I have written down on the menu to cook tonight. And so I'm now on my way to Maya to go buy some pasta sauce and some cheesy garlic bread, which is pretty much what I made last week. I kind of want to switch it up, but now that I've written it down, I feel like I can't do that, because then I feel like I'm breaking consistency for the kids. So pasta, spaghetti, and cheesy garlic bread it is, unfortunately, but whatever, let's go get it. All right, let's catch you at your US moment. What do you think?
Good.
Good? Delicious? Yeah. Delicious?
Good.
Good?
Very
What do you think, Melody?
good.
That's not what I made. Suspicious.
I told you that I like the bread, Mommy. I love it. It's good.
All right, awesome. And that's where it all went wrong. I ended up not even looking at my to-do list, because while I was cooking and I was draining the pasta fell into the sink. And I ended up having to wash the pasta, and it really wasn't a big deal. I was trying to record at the same time as making the food, and that's not stressful, but it's just a lot going on. And then I had kids talking to me, and then, Michelle came home and she was talking about the kids and their homework and stuff, and I think it just became too overwhelming for me. And at the point at which I spilled the pasta, I was just really annoyed. I wouldn't say it ruined my day, but it sort of, I felt like I was kind of doing okay with the whole recording thing, and then it was like, no, screw it. And my brother-in-law, he invited me out to eat with him, so I ended up going out to eat with him. I did that, and then the kids had soccer practice. Michelle had dropped them off, so I picked them up. And then in the nighttime, I decided to do some Lyft driving, and I actually made like $80, which was really handy because my credit card was getting close to the max again, which is the one I kind of just use on a day-to-day basis. It would have been lower, but I'd been paying off those payments. But yeah, I know it's stupid to let one thing ruin your day, and I wasn't in a bad mood for the rest of the day, but it's like you're walking a tightrope, and it like knocked me off, and that's a real challenge sometimes. But right now all of the videos for this series, which is basically just a vlog of my life, are called Pretending to be an Adult. And I think I'm going to change it to Living with ADHD or Adulting with ADHD, which I asked Michelle what she thought. She thought Adulting with ADHD might be better. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that and see. But I realized that the real value proposition here is that other people with ADHD can see how much I screw up and what works and what doesn't work. And one thing I've learned, I've actually been listening to a book about ADHD, and it talks about shame. And like I was pretty mad when I spilled that spaghetti. It's just an accident, not a big deal. And Michelle was nice. She was like, is there something I can do to help you? And I was like, I just want to be left alone right now. I was just frustrated. And I did apologize. And I don't think that, you should do your best to correct things like that, where, sometimes you get mad or overworked or whatever. But I don't think you should spend too much time feeling ashamed of any mistake that you make. Because I feel like feeling ashamed or shame just generally stops you from progressing. And so I really refuse now to feel ashamed about anything. I'm like, I'm just human. And if the people around me can't accept that I'm going to make mistakes and errors, they're probably not people that I want in my life anyway. So it's nice that I have a wife that's supportive. And, if I snap at one of my kids and I say sorry, they're very forgiving as well. So that's really cool. Anyway, going to end this video, and I'm going straight into recording a new video, but whatever, that's fine. It should all be interesting. Thanks for watching.